Imagine this. You're a scientist eagerly waiting for Martians to wave at NASA's rovers. Well, maybe not that eager, but Mars exploration has been nothing short of a cosmic soap opera. With each twist and turn, the suspense of discovering life keeps building. The latest findings in 2024 have added more plot twists to this Martian saga. So buckle up as we delve into the juicy details of what's going on with Mars and why we're still hooked on the possibility of life. Perseverance, the rover that won't give up. Perseverance, our favorite Martian detective, has been tirelessly investigating Mars' Jezero crater. This crater, once a lakebed, is a prime suspect in the search for ancient life. Recently, Perseverance collected rock samples that are hinting at something exciting: igneous rocks formed from volcanic activity and altered by water. These findings could give us clues about Mars' wet past and potentially life-friendly conditions. The science team is particularly intrigued by the presence of minerals that form in the presence of water, which means that Mars could have supported microbial life billions of years ago. Perseverance's journey across Mars is like watching a slow detective drama unfold, with each sample it collects adding new pieces to the puzzle of Martian history. The rocks collected are not just chunks of stone. They're historical artifacts that could rewrite what we know about life in the universe. Water everywhere, but too deep to tap. Mars isn't exactly a desert. As scientists recently found that there's more water than we thought, it's just hiding deep underground. The latest discovery revealed oceans of water buried far beneath the surface, making us wonder, could there be life in those Martian depths? This water is inaccessible for now, but who knows? Future missions might be armed with the cosmic equivalent of a really long straw. The discovery of these hidden water reservoirs gives new hope for finding life, as water is the fundamental ingredient for life as we know it. But getting to this water won't be easy. It's trapped so far below the surface that current technology can't reach it. However, these findings suggest that future explorers or robots could drill into the Martian crust to unlock the secrets of this buried water. For now, we can only dream about the possibilities that lie beneath Mars' dusty exterior. Sulfur crystals and happy accidents. Sometimes science gets lucky. NASA's Curiosity rover accidentally broke a rock that revealed sulfur crystals. Sulfur-based minerals aren't new on Mars, but these crystals are unique. Could these chemicals be remnants of ancient Martian life? Scientists are scratching their heads, pondering whether these findings are signs of life or just geology having a bad hair day. These sulfur crystals, while intriguing, add to the growing list of complex chemical interactions on Mars that could point to past life. Scientists are particularly interested in the conditions under which these crystals formed, as they may have involved liquid water, a key ingredient for life. Curiosity's accidental discovery highlights how Mars can surprise even the most seasoned explorers. The fact that such a significant find came from an unexpected break in the rock reminds us that Mars exploration is as much about chance as it is about careful planning. Ground-penetrating radar, the Martian CESI. Meet RIMFAX, Perseverance's ground-penetrating radar, which is basically Mars' version of CESI. This instrument has been peeking beneath the Martian surface, uncovering layers of rock and sediment that suggest Mars went through cycles of wet and dry periods. These clues are like breadcrumbs leading us to the possibility that life could have existed during those wetter times. The radar has detected subsurface structures that suggest Mars had a more dynamic climate than previously thought, with periods of significant rainfall followed by long dry spells. This cycling of wet and dry conditions could have created the perfect environment for life to emerge, if only in microbial form. RIMFAX's ability to see below the surface without digging is helping scientists map the history of water on Mars, and each new discovery brings us closer to understanding what happened during those ancient Martian wet spells. The Great Sample Return Mission. Mars rocks coming to Earth. One of the hottest Martian headlines in this year is about bringing Mars rocks back to Earth. Scientists are eager to analyze these samples in sophisticated labs that make Martian rovers look like toy robots. The rock samples contain carbonates and sulfates, which could hold signs of past microbial life. If we're lucky, these samples might even contain the fossilized remains of tiny Martians. Okay, maybe not tiny Martians, but you get the idea. The Mars Sample Return mission is a collaboration between NASA and the European Space Agency, and it aims to return these precious samples to Earth by the early 2030s. Once these rocks are back in terrestrial labs, scientists will have the tools to perform more detailed analyses than is possible with the rovers. This mission could finally answer the question of whether Mars once harbored life, making it one of the most anticipated space missions of the decade. The Jezero Crater, a Martian time capsule. Think of the Jezero Crater as a massive Martian time capsule. Billions of years ago, it was a lake, possibly teeming with microbial life. Fast forward to 2024, and we're digging through its sedimentary layers, hoping to find preserved signs of life. The crater's rocks have been shaped by water, making it one of the best places to search for biosignatures on Mars. The sediments in Jezero Crater are like pages in a history book, recording the environmental conditions that existed when water flowed on Mars. By studying these layers, scientists hope to piece together a timeline of when Mars was wet and how long those conditions lasted. This is crucial for understanding whether Mars had enough stability to support life over long periods. Oceans below and the search for extant life. While we've been focused on ancient life, there's also the tantalizing possibility that life could still exist deep below Mars' surface. These hidden oceans might be home to extremophiles microorganisms that thrive in extreme environments. Mars' cold, radioactive crust could be just the right kind of hostile for these resilient life forms to hang out undetected. If these extremophiles exist, they would likely be living in conditions far harsher than anything on Earth, surviving without sunlight and relying on chemical reactions for energy. The discovery of life beneath Mars' surface would be one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs in history, proving that life can exist in places we once thought impossible. Even if these life forms are simple microbes, their existence would reshape our understanding of where life can thrive in the universe. Organic molecules. Mars is getting cozy with carbon. Recent findings on Mars have revealed organic molecules, which are essential building blocks of life. Before you pop the champagne, remember that organic molecules don't automatically mean life. They can also be formed through non-biological processes. Still, the presence of these molecules adds more evidence to the theory that Mars once had conditions suitable for life. Organic molecules found by the Curiosity rover are particularly interesting because they suggest that Mars had the right ingredients for life in the past. Scientists are now trying to determine whether these molecules were produced by biological processes or through more mundane geological activity. Either way, the discovery of these molecules is a major clue in the ongoing investigation of Mars' habitability. It's like finding a recipe book for life on Mars, but we're still trying to figure out if anyone ever cooked up anything. The great debate: life from Earth or Mars? Here's a wild theory that's been gaining traction. What if life on Earth actually originated on Mars? Some scientists believe that meteorites from Mars carrying microbes could have seeded life on Earth. This cosmic cross-contamination theory is mind-blowing and opens up a whole new can of Martian worms, or rather, microbes. The idea is that early Mars was more habitable than early Earth, and that life could have started there before being transported to our planet via meteorites. If this theory is correct, it would mean that we are all Martians at heart. This theory, known as panspermia, is still speculative, but it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. After all, meteorites from Mars have been found on Earth, and some of them contain tiny features that look suspiciously like fossilized bacteria. Could we owe our existence to Mars? It's a mind-bending idea, but one that scientists are seriously considering. That's all for today's video. Make sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with all things space, science, and beyond. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next cosmic adventure. Thanks for watching, and keep reaching for the stars.